You will need a 12 by 12 piece of paper, double-sided, because you will be able to see both sides of the paper. You're going to need 7 pieces of 11 by 1 inch, 7 of these. One of them will represent your handle. Your scoreboard, a scoring tool, a pair of scissors, and some glue. These are the basics to make the basket. Everything else is for decoration. There is a 4 by 4 piece of paper that you may want to cut out for the bottom of your basket. It is optional. That is, we will talk about that when we get to that stage. So we are going to take our 12 by 12 sheet of paper and we are going to score at 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 of an inch. We're going to score at 4 inches. Going to score also at 8 inches. And then we're also going to score at 11 1/4 inch. So 3/4 of an inch, 4 inches, 8 and 11 1/4. Then you're going to take your paper and turn it once, and you're going to do those same score lines. So 3/4 of an inch, 4 inches, 8 inches, and then 11 1/4. All right, and that is all the scoring for this page. So what we're going to do now is we are getting ready to score and cut this to size. So now you want to take this and you want to cut your edges. And if you can see the score line, we're going to start on the end where we scored the 11 1/4, and we are going to cut up to the intersection of that score line, and we're going to snip this piece out. So did you see that? That's your paper. And then we're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. So you're cutting off the ends of your paper. Up to the little intersection and cut that off. So we are cutting the opposite end the same way. So just cut up your score line. Cut a little notch, nothing perfect. And then the same here. Right up to the little intersection. And a little notch. Now we are ready to fold and burnish. Let's just get that little piece here. Okay, so we are going to we're going to fold and burnish. So you're just going to go up and fold all your little squares. So you're 3 on each end. Flip it over, do the same thing. Okay, so then you should have this, and then you're going to flip this side, fold and burnish, so every score line. Okay, and it should start to kind of look like a little box. So what we're going to do now is the middle of every section. So this middle one, we are going to fold this tab backwards. Okay, so that's the middle one here. I'm going to flip this one over, flip it this way, your middle one here, fold it backwards, flip it over again, the middle box, fold it backwards, flip it again, the middle box, fold it backwards. So you should have a total of 4 of them. Okay, flip your paper over. Now we need to put adhesive or glue on all 4 corners. Okay, so I'll start and show you one. So you're going to take some glue of your choice. Do not put it on your tab like the ending. Just put it around here. Okay, and then what's going to happen is we're going to connect that. You see that, to make a box. So I'm just going to put adhesive. You can do it one at a time. I'll do these 2 to start. And actually, you can go ahead and put the adhesive on the tab. Just wanted to make sure I was doing that right. Okay, so see that? And then you would do these 2 here as well. But I'm only going to do 2 so that you don't get confused. So then you just flip it. For box makers, this is very easy. We're just making a box pretty much. And then we connect the other one. Just take it, push it inside. It can only go one way. Push it inside. And there you go. And just give it some pressure. And then now we need to take the other 2 flaps and put some adhesive so that they can glue like that. Okay, so I'm going to take my adhesive. Put some here. That's glue. I need my precision tip. Sorry, I'm just wiping the glue off. Okay, so I'm going to put that here. And you just line up your box. Give it a good burnish. Okay, make sure your sides are down. So then you should have 4 flaps. I'm going to take my ruler and make sure this glue is sealed. You could use whatever you have. My hand was okay, but this is getting it a little more. So, and you have your box. So now what we're going to do is flip this over, and we are going to go ahead and take our 11 by 1 inch pieces that we took. We're going to need to score these. So I'm going to move this to the side for a minute, leave it flipped over. I'm going to take my scoreboard, and we are going to score these. Each of these except the handle, so you're going to take 6 pieces, 6 of the 7 that you cut out, and we are going to score these. So we are going to take each of these and we are going to score at 3.5. So 3.5 on one end. You're going to flip it over and do 3.5 on the opposite end. Okay, so you're going to do that to 6 pieces. Remember, we cut out 7, but one of them is for our handle, so you leave that one. So 3.5, flip it over, and then 3.5 again. So just go ahead and do that to all of your pieces. So now take your strips and just go ahead and fold each of them at the score line. You're going to bring your box after you fold all 6 of them, and you are going to lay this here at the end of one box. It should fit perfectly with align with your score line, the edge of the box. So you can put one there, and this is just so you can see where your placement is going to be. You're going to put one here, and then you're going to put one in the middle. So you kind of have a layout as to how you're going to glue this, okay? So I'm going to take my glue, and you're only going to glue this part here. Do not glue the 2 outer pieces. So I will take my glue and apply my glue in the middle. And I'm going to lay that down, line it up, and lay that down. And it's a little tough to see for me, so I'm just making sure I have that aligned. Okay, so I'm gonna line that up. Where you have glue, you have some room to make mistakes or to So it's sliding. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And then we're gonna do this end. It's better to do the two end pieces first. That way you don't kind of have the them too close together when you get to the middle one. So I'm just gonna take it, glue the middle again, put that on the end. Okay. And then the last one here for this particular 3, you're gonna put that in the middle. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is you have 3 more remaining for this part. You're gonna take the other 3 and we're gonna go the opposite way. So like that, and like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that one. I'm using tacky glue and I just wish I had my precision tip. I'm cleaning those right now because they got kind of clogged up, so I missed them. So I'm gonna put that on like that, and then you're gonna do the same thing. You can use tape if you like. I just think glue is a little better for this. If you have a tape like the Crafters Companion tape pen, those are good for boxes, so you can use that. I have that, but I'm just deciding to use this glue today. I'm gonna put this one in the middle. So I'm gonna press those down. So remember I was telling you at the beginning of the video that you have the option to cut out a 4x4 piece of paper. That is to glue on top of this if you do not want to see this, but I actually like the way this looks. So I'm going to flip this over. You know, it looks kind of weird. And what's going to happen is we are going to take this and just do like this and just lay down some glue. That's it. Okay, only on the end, so then it looks like that. So I'm gonna take a little bit of glue. Sorry, I'm gonna take a little bit and put it on the ends. And look at what I'm doing. I'm just gonna take that and just kind of I'm kind of like curving it so that it doesn't go past the little score line here. Maybe you can see better here. Just curving it, putting it to that score line, and hold it down. So just sit it down and hold it. Okay, this tacky glue doesn't dry as fast as my other glue either. Okay, so you're just gonna do that. And you're gonna do that to all of the pieces. I'm gonna do another one so you can see, and then I'll do the remainder. So I'm just putting glue on the end, taking this, lining it up to the score line, pushing it to the score line. Once you push it to the score line, line it up with the score line, it will naturally give it that curve that it needs, but you gotta hold your finger on it if you're using a wet glue because it'll pop right back off. So kind of give it a minute to get tacky. And I don't know if you can see, like when you sit it down, it'll give it that little curve. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and finish all these and I will be right back. So my last 3, I left it like this so that you can see. If you want your basket to be flat, like the woven pieces to be like this, flat on the box, on the basket, then what you're gonna do is cut off about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch, and you're gonna actually put glue on the whole piece once you cut it. But you can do that before you put this on. So while you're cutting your strips, just cut off an extra 1/2 inch, and you're gonna just put glue on the whole thing like this whole piece, and it'll lay flat. Okay, so that's how you do that one. So we are almost finished. So now what you're going to do, all of these flaps, you're going to take your glue and you're going to put some glue here, fold it down, and glue it right over top of your woven pieces. So just like this. Let's put some adhesive. And we are going to fold this down. And you're probably going to have to hold it for a little bit. So you're just going to fold it down. And you're going to do that to every side, okay? Like that. So now that you have all 4 of your sides glued down, your basket should look like this. So what we're going to do now is take our final strip, which this one is our handle, and like I said, I've added ribbon to mine. So you're just going to pick a spot where you want your handle to go, and you are going to put some adhesive. I'm going to use hot glue, and you're just going to line it up as you please and glue that in. So I'm going to use some hot glue to do that. And the best way to line it up is line it up with the middle woven piece here, okay? And it should line up perfectly. So I'm gonna hold that for a minute, and then I'm gonna go do the same thing to the other side. So I'm just using hot glue. I'm using hot glue because I have that ribbon on there and I just really want it to stick. So if you line it up, it should line up correctly. Okay, and then once you've done that, you have your basket. Now all you have to do is add something to it or decorate. I'm gonna add some sunflowers to it. So I have these little sunflowers here, and I'm just gonna add these to my little basket. So you decorate it with whatever you have, or whatever you want, whatever the occasion. And then, like I said, this is like a 4x4, so kind of like for size. So I'm just gonna put these on all 4 sides. Okay, so our basket is complete. I just added the sunflowers to all 4 sides. Handle is on, and this is your basket. So I hope you guys like it. How cute is this basket? I hope you guys are inspired and you make this. It's not as difficult as it looks. Super easy. Just maybe practice one. Don't use your good papers until you try it first. And then once you got it, go ahead and make those nice baskets for all of those activities and festive holidays that are coming up. So I hope you guys are inspired. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.